Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the Journeyman with a twist, it is Adelaide United, and today we have episode number 20, and it's a lot earlier than I expected because there is some big old news. Firstly, we are currently live on stream, the links are down below, come follow us live on Twitch, and of course go and get in the Discord where this information broke in the Discord as it happened. This morning, I have done some cleaning with Mum, helping her out, and done a podcast. The podcast links are down below, of course, as well. And during that time frame, this happened. And we're going to have a bit of a chat, tell you about my decision, and it's doing in regards to a job for me as we are under a transfer bid. Australia have sacked Graham Arnold, and they've come straight in and said, we need you to take us to a World Cup. And I've gone, that sounds interesting enough. As you can see here, been drawn in a group with Bangladesh, Hong Kong, China, some team in Vietnam. Look at the rules here. First round, this is where we've been drawn. Second round, final stage. Then you'll go to a World Cup and the rest go playing off, which is perfectly fine. This is for the 2026 World Cup after the 2022 World Cup was won by England in the save. That was recapped in a YouTube episode back a few 3-4 episodes ago, and Graham Arnold's been sacked on the base of not getting out the group, and Australia finally pulled the trigger and have come after me. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we're taking this job. I have to take it. It is an international job in a Journeyman save where I haven't applied for it because they've literally sacked him and then gone, we're going in for you. Like, if you look at this, apparently declare interest in the job stuff, etc. They've literally sacked Graham Arnold and come in for me. Now, I don't know how long Graham Arnold's been out of the job, if the job's even been available, but Milestones resigned the 16th of the 7th. So they've actually had a little bit of time to look for coaches, but they've just turned around and said, well, we're going to come in for you now. And I was like, right. Pretty excited, not going to lie. We're accepting this offer. And there you go, officially. Our second job in the Journeyman. I did not think it would be international. I was thinking maybe one day we'll take an international job, maybe try and win a World Cup or a Euros. But maybe we can get Australia up the rankings and then take a bigger international job as well. Highest world ranking of 14th, lowest of 102, currently 32nd in the world, most capped player and all-time top scorer there. Apparently we're right ahead of Japan, which I think is okay, but not too far behind Serbia, which is a bit of a shock as well. In terms of next, as we can see various national stadiums, yeah, of course there is. That's what I think our best lineup is in a 4-2-3-1. 100% telling you we are going to be playing a 4-1-2-1-2. How are you, Dim? Good to see you. But it's just nice to get a bit of the pick of everyone that's around. Now, the second thing is we've got a little bit of leeway as well. We know the A-League starts. Now, I'm not planning on staying past the Asian Champions League, but if we have to take people on Australian duty and then realise that actually, hang on, they'll be away for Asian Champions League games, we're going to leave them at home and then bring in some others as well and see what we can do. Apparently, there's a lot of hot prospects through this list and stuff like that, but I'm going to call up who I can, that's for sure. Yes, we're going to schedule a meeting there as well. Australia, FA indicate the expectation, which is to win the final stage of the World Cup, which is fine. Looking forward to a working relationship. Thank you there, Rene. Decent little guys. Rene, of course, as well, but I would obviously decide to take on more than that. In terms of the tactics, straight away, we're loading it up. It is, where is it? The Palermo 4-1-2-1-2 in the diamond. There you go. And just make sure the set pieces have been loaded as well. So corners. There's a tactic on the FM base for defending corners, which is the Klopp tactic. I've just downloaded because, look, I'm wearing a Liverpool jumper. I've got a Liverpool top on underneath. I'm a Liverpool fan. They still concede from corners anyway. But my attacking ones are my short corner left and right, which I've created a long time ago. But the players are here, and we obviously make changes to this team, of course, as well. But yeah, like there's a bit going on for Adelaide at the minute as well with transfers, which we won't touch on in this episode. It'll be purely a national side thing, this one. But we'll have a look at the schedule here and see where we sit. So Graham Arnold lost his last game in charge, Asian Cup second round and Cup quarterfinal. So it looks like he resigned after getting knocked out the Asian Cup quarterfinal, which, to be fair, we're a team that should be looking to win it. So our next game is against Bangladesh in the World Cup qualifying. Then we've got a friendly against Ivory Coast. And then in October, we've got a couple of qualifying games as well. So, in a Journeyman save to get an international job this early is crazy, which is great. Now, in terms of, for me, I don't know who's been selected, who hasn't been selected. Etc. Contract, no, we want general info, that's fine as well. Apparently Franjic is apparently wanted on a free. Well, Adelaide United, you want to come? Yes, I need a right back. That's good. Yeah, come. I need a right back for Adelaide. This allows me to buy another foreign player. Well, there you go. I've just signed for a right back. Franjic at 27 is going to come in and play right wing back for Adelaide United. There you go. That's huge. That hopefully he comes in and joins, but that's also nice as well. There's some transfer business. Obviously, with the Adelaide United squad, Lopez retiring, and that gives me another foreign spot to sign somewhere else. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, maybe up front. But yeah, look, we'll have a look at the team and see how it fits with this diamond system, of course, as well. You know straight away Matt Ryan's obviously your best keeper. Barry Giddy's probably your number 2, and, you know, Lawrence Thomas probably should be actually the number 2. But, you know, that's how it sits. Straight away, I think Tom Rogic plays in the hole because he's probably one of our best players, so Tommy Rogic goes straight in as well. You know, you got Danny Da Silva, who's pretty decent as well. Franjic probably plays right back. You're looking at Brad Smith, wherever he is, playing left back. Bradley Smith, not there. Alex Gredback is apparently also on a free as well. At the minute too. Oh, he was. Maybe just joined there. Yeah, he did just join Sochi. That's a shame. And then you're looking at Harry playing on one side. You're definitely saying Harry's playing on one side. And then outside of that, I don't know where you're going with it as well. Jamie McLaren obviously playing up front. You know, just quick off the last man. No dramas there for Jamie McLaren. Bradley Smith, there he is. Good old Brad Smith. I prefer Brad Smith as my fullback. So, yeah, we've got a pretty good squad. You know, Brad Smith comes into there. I think you give Trent Sainsbury the other go as well, being still experienced enough. And then you just go for it and just make your list from there. Who else would you pick in this list? Like, Tommy Juric is obviously Tommy Juric. He's okay. I actually think Dennis Juric has a little bit about him as a pressing forward, so we're going to put Dennis in there. Aaron Moy is definitely going to play in one of the spots, just don't know which one. Could be a pretty good deep line playmaker. I actually think he's not a bad ball-winning midfielder as well. Runs the show a little bit, probably lacks a little bit of physicality. But Aaron Moy probably gets into there. Luongo, you know, not too bad as Luongo. He's a bit more, you know, whatever. Box to box for Luongo is pretty good, so maybe Luongo goes in on that side. And then you're probably looking at Chris Onomede. He's probably trying to get in here, but maybe he doesn't. Jackson Irvine, I don't think gets in for me. But it's not bad. And then Adam Hercich, I think, definitely gets in as a Mazzala for me on attack. And then that's your side. And I actually think that's not too bad for Hercich. And then you look at the rest. You got Boyle, who can do a little bit. And you got, yeah. I think that's not too bad. Lockie Jackson at centre-back. Not bad at Pohang. Cheap enough to bring into the Adelaide job as well, which is cool. Cameron Delvin. Pretty good ball-winning midfielder. Probably deserves to probably start as Cameron Delvin over Aaron Moy. I think Aaron Moy is just getting a bit old to play. I think he's not a bad box-to-box though, Aaron Moy still, even though he lacks a little bit about it. Maybe Luongo comes out and you're probably going like that. How else would you look at this team, boys? Tommy Juric makes the bench, obviously. Chris Odomedes makes the bench. Jackson Irvine makes the bench. And then Ryan Strain makes the bench as well as a backup fullback either side. So you've got two backup fullbacks. We're lacking a centre-back. Well, Denic is the centre-back, I think, as well. So let's just sort this out here, what our team theoretically would look like today in today's episode if we had to play a game right now as Australia manager. Pretty cool. So you got a left-back, a centre-back, a right-back. A decent box-to-box. Another decent box-to-box. A more attacking midfielder in Danny Da Silva. Tommy Juric, Lockie Jackson's another centre-back, so I guess he goes up into here. Tommy Juric, then there's Chris Odomedes, who I think is not bad, Chris, but I don't think he actually suits my system as a shadow striker. Also, don't think Tommy Rogic suits shadow striker either, to be fair, but we'll probably play him in there. Like, to be fair, he suits any system, so I'll go with shadow striker. And you've got Juric on one side, Martin Boyle on the other. I reckon we're going to make some changes to this list, though. I think we definitely do. I think what you do here is you have a look at the B team. There's no one. Under 23s, is there anyone that you would pick? Not really. Joel Decker could be ready for some football, I reckon. No. Apparently this guy's a promising winger. Christian Volapti. Yeah, he should be called up. Should get him in before he plays for Italy. Because he's also Italian, right? Call up to the Australian squad. Yep. Riley McGree's another one at 24. I think Riley McGree has to come in. Got a bit about him. Send him in an attack. A bit of Mazzala. I think he gets into towards the Australian squad as well. I think that's not too bad. So who's in the under 23s that's getting a game there? Joel Decker, I think, gets into the Australian squad. There might be a little bit of bias in that, but I reckon Decker gets into that squad too. Who's got the best ability? Moy, Rogic, Boyle. I see Boyle for me is out. Doesn't fit the system. Peter probably deserves to get in as well. No, he's not bad. Rene's okay. Alex Gresback. Mustafa Amini. Another one. Oh, where would you go? I think there's Awa Mabil around here somewhere. I would be getting Awa Mabil in as off the bench, advanced forward, run at people sort of thing as well. Daniel Aronzini, another one that probably could play in the hole. I think he's not as good this year on this game. But there's a lot of options there, which I like. I think I'm happy with that squad. That's the thing. Kick Cancros on the plane. Yeah, maybe. But then I'm like looking, okay, who would you drop? And I'm thinking straight off the bat, Chris doesn't fit my system. So we move him to the Australia B squad on the peripheral. Straight away, I think Martin Boyle doesn't get in at all because I just don't think I'm playing wingers. So you're out the squad, and I've got wingers. I remember Bill can play up top. Riley McGree can go into the midfield spot. Joel Decker replaces Tommy Urich. I think Tommy Urich is done for an Australian top 32. Not quick enough, just a muchness of nothing. We've tried him many times before in real life, so I prefer to get my young star in Joel Decker in, and then that leaves Christian Volpato. I wouldn't mind him actually coming in because I think he would be incredible. And I actually think he's a Mazzala. He's not bad either. So then you're looking at dropping someone. You got Jackson Irvine, who's a bit more of a ball-winning midfielder, granted. You got Massimo Luongo, who's a bit more of a box-to-box and ball-winning midfielder, which is fine. Danny Da Silva's a little bit more aggressive in that sort of, I can play 10, I can play backer line. And you got Riley McGree, who can play in the hole. I think it's one of Luongo or Jackson Irvine that misses out. And at the moment, I'm thinking it's Massimo Luongo, but I don't think you do. Maybe Christian's just not there yet. Call it up to the under-23 squad, though. And then that's your squad. If we were to go away as of right now, your team would be Matt Ryan in goals, Fran Karacic, Harry Suter, Trent Sainsbury. I probably would need a better centre-back, I feel, because I just don't think we have a centre-back. I guess we could go with Dedenak as well. Lockie Jackson, for me, isn't particularly like, oh my goodness, but he can do a job. I think centre-back's the one option. Brad Smith, Cameron Delvin, with Aaron Moy and Adam Hurstich. Tom Rogic with Dennis Urich and Jamie McLaren. It's not bad. Just need a centre-back. Now, is there a centre-back that we can maybe have a look at? Who's the best centre-back that we have? Harry Suter is. Bailey White. Big boy. It's not bad, Bailey. Lockie Jackson's been called up. Simon Malik, I don't think is particularly good enough. So for me, there's not particularly anyone there that I think, off the top of my head, I'm like, oh, I would pick him. And the under 23s, I don't think there's a centre-back that I'm like, oh my God, I want to bring him in. There's no one really coming through. Yeah, there's no one really coming through at centre back, I don't think. Right, now the last thing we can do is actually go back to Adelaide United. Go forward a day. There's definitely the possibility Adelaide United's board turn around and go, we don't like that you're taking the Australia job. But surely they understand. If I get the sack, I'll be really annoyed. Here, YouTube. Would be annoyed. But at the moment, that would probably be the side. Just at centre back, we lack. And obviously, there's no one that we can really bring through for that. They need to make a Frank Kadrick bid. Of course they do. Mo Toure apparently is developing, which is fine. I'm then going to season preview. Taking that out. Greek and Brandon O'Neill can play centre back. You get a call up to the Australia squad because you play. He plays at centre back at 5'10". I know that it's not the greatest, but he gets a call up. Brandon O'Neill gets in over Lockie Jackson, I reckon, for me. Actually, Jackson 6'5" is not bad. Maybe over Yedinak. Or is Trent Sainsbury done? Trent Sainsbury still got it. That's the thing. For me, I look at Trent Sainsbury and be like, he can still do it. He's physically still okay. I think Lockie Jackson's very unlucky, but he misses out. Do like how tall he is. And to be quite fair, for Adelaide United to be a good signing. But I think that is your side. And Brandon O'Neill starts alongside Harry Suter, and you do that. And then you're looking at that squad, and I'm like, O'Neill will do a job. Frank Smith. For me, the midfield's perfect. For me, the midfield has a really good balance. Jamie McLaren's quick. Denny Urich is very good pressing forward. I've got options off the bench. Joel Decker's ready. Joel Decker is just ready with the pace to be influenced. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. But that's your episode. I never thought it would have happened. We didn't apply for it. It just came out the blue. Oh, Arnold's resigned. Do you want the job? And well, in the Journeyman, our first change is, well, here we are. We're Australian manager. I don't mind. The goal is going to be make the World Cup. We're going to stay in the Australian job till the World Cup and see what happens at the World Cup. And then maybe if we have a good World Cup, stay to win the Asian Champions League, improve my reputation that way. But I do think there is a stage where I will look to move away from Australia, focus on club football, and then maybe come back to a bigger national job to maybe try win a World Cup in the save. Who knows? But what a time to be alive. And I'll see you guys next time for episode 21, where we will have let's have a look here. I don't want to really give you a game against Bangladesh. We're going to pump them. I think next episode's still going to be this Yokohama game in the ACL. I think this Yokohama game is where it will be. 4 foreign players. All right, so it's only one-legged. So they've changed it to one-leg games, which I don't like. One-legged affairs. Usually the Asian Champions League's 2 legs, but that's fine. But next episode will be that. I'll see you guys then. Thank you very much. Australia job. Who would have thought?